All right, I've heard from a whole bunch of people that I need to look at today's Crosswordle. It sounds like it was pretty difficult, and I've got a little bit of time still before it's tomorrow, so we're gonna get this in here quick. So the way Crosswordle works is we're basically just making a finished Wordle grid that would be colored like this, and you have to use hard mode and not repeat any gray letters. So let's start the timer. Okay, we can put the A-R-D in there and the A there. Now, these have to be, well, it has to be R and D, and it has to be these because it has to be these three letters. You can't repeat the R. So now this has to be R or D. This one could be A, R, or D. I'm thinking usually vowels are the problem, so I'm thinking it'd be good to put an A there. Now this could be an R or a D, and I think I'm gonna hold off on that for now. This seems like a good place to start. What can we put in here? I mean, my first thought is to put an E. Could put an O. Is there any way we could do something that's not a vowel? That would be nice. I don't think there is. So we could do an O or an E, I think. Could do like reads or ready or roads. Now we could put an A over here, but I don't think that's gonna work. Now we can also repeat letters here, so... Ooh, you know what would be really good? Oh, we can't, I was gonna say do daddy, but we can't put a D before. But we could do something like baddie, which lets us double up the D. Unfortunately, we're using the Y there, though. Oh, we can't do a D right there, because of this D. Okay, we could put an A over here, though. Madam. Madam would be really good. Repeat the A and the M. This is gonna have to be an E or an O. I'm gonna wait and see. So part of me wants to do an E and a Y to save the S, because S's are usually pretty good, but I think the Y is gonna be more important up here. We could do something like slyly, or let's see, we can't do Q because we already used the U down here. Q-U-E-U-E is a good one as well. So I'm gonna put that in there for right now. And so then I'm gonna do, oh, but then we can't use the S or the Y. We can't do Riley because we can't use the R. Flyly? That's not a word. We could do, ooh, you know what would be really good? We can do kutch, which I learned was a word doing the Squirtle on April Fool's Day. Because it has no vowels, which would be awesome. So let's do that. And then we can use O, E, and I still. So we just need something up here. I'm pretty sure that's a word. Yep, S's. I know because I've had people suggest it before as a starting word since it only uses 2 letters. Okay, and so then we can do, oh, but then we can't do ready. We have to do R-O. Roadie? No, that's not how you spell roadie. Now we can't do an S. Okay, so that's no good. We still need a word here, but I feel like there's probably quite a few options there. Actually, that's gonna be tricky because, I mean, we could do something like bored, but now we're using the O, and then we could do ready, but now we've used A, E. Okay, so we can still do the I then. We gotta do something with just I's up here. We do have an S, so let's see, we can do sips. Oh, we're so close. Slips, 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 slips. There we go. Whew. All right, that was a tricky one. It took me 5.5 minutes. I feel good about that because that was a really hard one, and I know a lot of people were struggling with it. So, yeah, let's look through some of the other solutions. Twixt, Pene, Chard. I thought about shard down here. I didn't think about chard. Roads. I'm curious what else you could do besides roads and reads and ready. Is there any? Yeah, it looks like they're all roads and reads and ready. Bloop, fifth, nymph, twixt, those are all good. Pene is a good one, double E, double N. I think using the kutch to not have to use a vowel helped a lot. Because otherwise you have to use the S here for reads. And then the I and the Y for your other vowels up there. Yeah. So there you go, pretty cool. So since I used the E and the Y and then an O down here, we used up too many vowels. So you had to use a word that didn't have a vowel up here. And I happened to, I wouldn't have known that one if it hadn't come up in the Squirtle on April Fool's Day, but it did. So now I know it. So there you go. Let me know how you did with today's Crosswordle, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. So it's R, T, or O for the second and fourth letters. So let's do something with two of those letters. So now we just need to use two words using letters we haven't already used. So we can...
What team is Ariza on?
Ariza's on the Lakers as well. What about...